Hey everyone. Hi, hope everyone's doing well. I'm back today because of Emmanuel, Haro, the little 7-month-old that was missing since the 14th last Thursday in Ukiah. I know I'm not pronouncing it right, but uh, in California. Supposedly, his mom went to a big five store and someone attacked her, apparently. She said some guy attacked her while she's changing the baby's diaper and stole the baby. She came to and the baby was missing. And the father was at another child, like a stepchild to her, his son's football game practice or something, just like 10 minutes down the road or whatever. Um, I kind of feel like there's a discrepancy of the time. I'm not sure completely, but I've just been listening to here and there a little bit the last 2 days. I haven't been on much, but, there's something definitely wrong there. Something definitely wrong with the timing. Um, Apparently the father does have a record of child neglect or something like that, child abuse, whatever, on another kid, a child. So we're just gonna do a quick run here. I just want to see what's going on with Emmanuel and what the situation was, and what's going to be on past, present, future at any time. Um, so I will tell you the certain things I've picked up already, which was this morning. I picked up that something around the throat for Emmanuel. Something. It's almost like, first of all, I don't know if it's choking. It's almost like gurgling, something gurgling. I want to say like either saliva or even I hate to say it, but blood. And it's not going in; it's coming out. You know how something's stuck in that throat and it comes out. You know what I mean? Also, the frontal lobe of his forehead, a lot of pain. Something smack pain, or at least it feels that way. It could be related with the gurgling in his throat. Something about breathing. Like I said, I pick up past, present, future. This could be happening now. It could have happened a week ago. It could have happened at any given time. So please understand that. Okay. So let's just see what the cards want to say. Everything I say is alleged. My opinion, the best I can do with reading the cards and interpreting the different ways that gifts are given to me to be used. Okay. Also, someone walks on pins and needles and has been for a while. I know the mother has some kind of black eye, but that couldn't have been the same day, black eye, because it's too dark, right? And I actually listened to this morning, Evil Exists. That's an awesome channel, you guys. Um, and he even showed a chart on there about when you get a bruise. First of all, it is red and swollen, and then it does turn dark, and then it turns darker to fading away. You know what I mean? That bruise had to been there for at least, I wanna say, 3 or 4 days on the mother. Anyway, someone's walking around on pins and needles and has been for a while. Someone's also, like, they feel scared to death to speak the truth, literally scared to death. Literally, they think they will get unalived. I guess that's the word we use nowadays on YouTube. If they say a damn word, they are scared straight. That could be anyone that deals with this case. All right. So let's see. What do the cards want to show us? Yeah. Someone's sick to death, and it came upside down actually. There's full of anxiety, worry. There's a lot of sorrow. And let's face it, there are family members that love this child to death. You know what I mean? Bad wording, I agree. But love Emmanuel and just want him home and safe. I don't know. We'll see. I always have hope for the best possible outcome in any tragedy. That's me, you know. Someone is delusional. All right. Oh boy. Yeah. All right. I'm just showing them all the face up for now, but basically it came up. Someone's delusional in thinking everything's good, everything's going to work out, everything's fine. And that's why they're worried sick because they know it won't be. Someone knows exactly what happened. Someone does go around with rose-colored glasses, but I think it's just their life. You know what I mean? Their lifestyle. They always lived with the silver lining, the rose-colored glasses, everything. You know what I mean? This is 10 of Pentacles, also showing legacy family. Something was interrupted, which could be the kidnapping, if it is a kidnapping. But I have to tell you, I don't know if it's an actual kidnapping. I'm not picking up an actual, like an actual stranger abduction. I mean, yes, it's possible. Of course, it's possible. But I don't know. There's something funky about this. Someone sees the family legacy has gone to pit. Something's going on here. Also, there was a choice made by two people. All right, the lovers, meaning a choice. I think someone is actually under the delusion that it was best this way or something was best. They did it out of love. Love was the intent. You know what I mean? News is coming also. Yeah, what was stuck is no longer going to be stuck. News is coming. Something's coming through. There might be. I don't see this case lasting months on. I'd be surprised. I will be surprised if it goes beyond 2 weeks. I do think there's going to be a conclusion here. Yeah, there's going to be a conclusion. That's wishes come true, heart's desire. So it'll be a short situation. They will come to resolve it. But someone's holding up hope too. Strong, strong hope. I mean, I got to put these out forward too. Someone within the family members is putting out strong hope that this will be him being found safely, returned, and everything fits back to what they call normal. You know what I mean? I want to put these back right. Normal, what they had before, or what have you. Oh, God. What happened? What happened the day of his so-called disappearance? What happened with Emmanuel? This is giving me the backstory. Oh yeah, someone used, oh my, someone very selfish, greedy, into himself. Um, it's me at all costs, no matter what. This is the King of Cups upside down, not using wisdom at all. Lost his temper, trying to keep his temper, trying to keep things level, but lost control, misused his authority, his power, his dominance, whatever you take. I mean, someone definitely wanted to stay level-headed, but something happened. Something happened. Or it could be happening right now, right? Past, present, future. Someone tried to keep level-headed, but he chose himself. He chose his way is the high only way or the highway, you know. And I'll be quite honest, it's coming up as a king, it could be the queen too. It could be a female that has a lot of masculine in her life, in her aura, you know what I mean? Her energy. But I'm picking up someone definitely misused whatever power, authority, ability, and lost it. That could go with even kidnapping, someone misusing their ability to do something. Yeah, someone took off, thinks they got away. Let me read them all. Oh my. Very immature female who thinks that she is doing everything she needs to do for the right reason in a way. It's almost like, how can I put it? She's very immature, Paige. something against this child or something about this child. She thought she was doing everything right and everything, but and also thinks she got away with sneaking, but she knows something's coming down for it. She's not going to get away with it, and that's what's keeping her more worried. Maybe it was both, two people who he talked her into, or it could be the other way around. One of them talked the other one into accepting a situation, and it's for the best for everyone concerned. I'm going to leave it like that. All right. But they definitely thought they got away with something. And she's numbed up completely. She's not going to come in. Excuse me. I got a visitor. Hold on. I'm on something. Please stop for now. Um, I'm sorry about that, guys. So this is someone who's hardened her heart up completely, numbed it up, is only functioning for the best of what someone's telling her or what she wants to believe. In other words, this female is definitely she's cut herself off on emotions like for anything she wants. I want to say that she's either been majorly abused in her life and she just shut down and allows everything to happen the way other people want it to happen. Or it could be even that she's the most manipulative because the Queen of Swords can be upside down, the most manipulative, heart hardening. This woman will stab you in the back at any given choice. So I'm also going to go into, let's see what true crime has to tell us, okay, about Emmanuel. It's going to be a while. All right, I'll call you later. All right, I'll call you later. Sorry about that, guys, again. All right, let's see what true crime wants to tell us about Emmanuel. Fill us in, please. Where is Emmanuel? Can you help us locate Emmanuel? What happened with Emmanuel? Yeah, this is a crime of passion. Seriously, someone actually is justifying something. I mean, who knows? Someone could be going through a breakup behind the scenes, and this is what ends up happening with the child. And claiming that someone else did it. I don't know. Something about a beach, water, or also just walking away. Someone thinks they're going to just walk away from this. It's in California. There's tons of beaches there. I don't know where this place is. All right. Well, too many? Yeah, there's been too many. Hold on. Let me try again. Sorry. Faked death. Someone's trying to fake a death. Neglect and abuse. Accomplice, partner in crime. That could be someone we're not aware of yet, or that could be people that are right there in front of us. Work together to do it. And we also have assassination. I do believe it was a passion, a crime of like there somewhere along this line. And I think it's the woman actually is justifying it somehow about, you know, well, they have another child, don't they, together? But I think that child was taken by CPS so far. So could have been trying to keep if something more did happen to this child and he is unalived, which I'm hoping he's not, but um, they could be doing it to that, saying someone just took him so that if something happened and they unalived him or he got unalived out of abuse and neglect, you know what I mean? Um, but yet if no one finds him and they're claiming he's just missing, someone kidnapped him, there's a chance of getting the daughter back. And I'm not saying that they did it. I'm not saying they did anything wrong. I'm saying if, okay, guys, because the cards are showing me definitely that there's foul play. There's something here. Timeline's off too. I don't know if I mentioned that, but the timeline's off. Yeah, this is a caregiver, so it has to be related. I mean, unless they had a nanny come in and babysit or something, but no, it was her taking care of the baby, changing his diaper supposedly, which is kind of interesting. They take a baby, you're knocked out. They take a baby, but they don't take your pocketbook because you had to have money on you. You had to have your license on you, and they don't take any of this pocketbook money or anything. Which, you would think if someone's out to do no good, they would grab the money and go. They're not gonna fly off with a baby in their arm, but that's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong on that. And yeah, this is a fraud. There's something more. This is a fraud. And the child. Was the child even there that day? Was the child even there? Because that's why I'm saying there's a timeline mess up here. Oh, and a meeting. I think this was pre-planned to do it this way. Well, yeah, it would have to be, right? But they had a meeting over this, someone did, and how to go about it. This is my opinion. Yeah, mountains. I see mountains as obstruction. They're trying to obstruct the situation and think that this is a natural disaster. It's not. It's not like someone just came and grabbed the kid. It didn't happen. You know what I mean? And I also do think, I know they said there's no cameras at that store, but I do think there's going to be something digital evidence coming through, some kind of digital evidence coming through. I see somewhere small and dark, something small and dark. I think, God, I hate thinking this, but it is energy. Dark. Um, sure, they went through like all the dumpster sites, right? Anywhere for dumpsters. Now they live in a different area. I don't want to say it, but I do get, okay, like a kind of like a trash bag, but like some kind of bag being put in something else is kind of like what I'm feeling. But that could have also been evidence of something, right? The cops have been to their home and everything, I believe. So maybe the cops got some evidence and put it in a bag. All right. I'm not sure. Take a closer look at one of the suspects. That's what the cops are doing. Killer sustained a wound during, that says murder. Anyone that watches my videos knows until the body is actually found and identified as the victim. I kind of just don't use that word, even though I'm finding it hard on this one. I'm hoping for the best. Okay, but killer sustained, same with killer. So the perpetrator sustained a wound. Well, we know that she has a black eye. Whenever she got that black eye is when I'm wondering if, because I don't know the last time anyone actually had their physical eyes on the child other than per se mom and dad, right? I'm not pointing fingers at them. I'm just saying, do we know if that child was even in the car that day that they're claiming he got kidnapped? That's all I'm asking. And if he was he actually alive at that point in time? Or did people think he was asleep? That's all. I mean, perpetrator has behavioral patterns of a serial killer. Could be behavioral patterns just because the father himself did have a record about abusing a child of some sort, right? He's on probation or something, isn't he? For that. I don't know why they let him around a child again, but yes, additional evidence at the scene may be discovered, but we don't know if the scene of the crime is actually at this Big Five or actually in their home, around their home, or anywhere in between, right? And the perpetrator has a history of committing crimes. We've been through that. All right. Is there anything else? Anything you want to tell me about where they can find Emmanuel? How's Emmanuel? Where can we find him? Where can the police go? Sand dunes? I don't know why I'm getting sand dunes. Are there sand dunes around there? Of course, see, we got to also think if it was more than 24 hours, actually, something happened, or 48 hours, that gives them more time, right? To go further or do whatever if they did, or someone else do it if they did for them, right? But I don't know why I just got sand dunes and changes. This may have happened at night. Someone feels they're above any kind of scrutiny. I think someone feels like they don't deserve, I don't know, they feel privileged, all right? Maybe they wanted a better privileged life or something, I don't know. But and I do think it happened at nighttime in the darkness, or at least transferring of somewhere to somewhere happened at nighttime, possibly. Yeah, this was someone like lives in this fantasy land that, as long as they say, I love you, everything will be okay. I love you and I'm sorry. So no matter what I do, you should forgive me because you love me too. Isn't that weird? But people do live in that kind of mind frame sometimes. But it's not showing me really where Emmanuel is, which is concerning me. Again, the lovers made a choice. Two people made a choice. Let's put it that way. Two people made a choice to do this. A park. No. Well, is there a park that has sand dunes? Maybe the park's name is Sand Dunes. Sandy, sand dunes. Dunes. There's the child. Yeah, it was for the child. The 2-year-old is a girl. They made a choice for the 2-year-old to keep her, make sure, they don't lose her, even though I don't know if CPS will ever give them back unless everything I'm saying, unless that child literally was kidnapped by a total stranger in broad daylight where there's a parking lot where anyone can come and go at any given time. It just, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And that was the only pathway they could find doing it because if they actually called 911 and said, even if one called on the other one and said, you know, the other one's responsible, come here now, they would look culpable. they had some things on each other. You know, they had information about each other that they knew, I go down, you'll go down with me, and that's all there is to it. All right. But I don't think it's going to take long to find it. And I hope and pray that he is still alive miraculously, but it just sickens me. Sorry. I don't know. That's all I picked up about location was sand dunes. Dunes. I did get beach earlier, but I mean there are sand dunes on the beach sometimes. I'm not sure. All right. What do we have for hope? These are my cards of hope. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this was somewhere. I don't know why it was over here. Wow, weird. So, Nine of Wands means it's all me fight for my life, basically. You know, stand tall against it all, but there's a struggle. There's a struggle. Adversity, card of hope. See the gifts in challenge. And this is a challenge. I think, like I said, whoever's going around wearing rose colored glasses soon are going to have to take that off and realize things. One can be taught within the calm, but the greatest lessons are learned from the storms. This is a storm within the whole entire family, no matter what the outcome. And hopefully they bond together and grow together. And let's all just get the truth and justice for Emmanuel. He deserves it. Definitely deserves it. And hope that he will be returned, be found alive. I do hope that. All right. Take care, everyone.